I'm doing these devotionals, and I'm literally doing them because of things I'm working through and things God is showing me on a daily basis. And I think that's how we do life together. I think we each walk through something and we get to the end of it or we get to the middle of it and go, "Oh my goodness, that was tough," or "that was good," or "I learned something," or "I figured something out." And we immediately want to share it. And I don't know where quote unquote devotionals started, but I kind of feel like that was maybe the starting point or the thought or the idea. And right now I'm looking at things in my life where I have these preconceived ideas and thoughts from my childhood and growing up and many years on the planet. And I'm suddenly looking at them going, I don't think those are right. That just doesn't make sense. And one of those thoughts, one of those things is that, okay, so we live in this quote unquote hustle culture. And if you are not familiar with it, you may be in the middle of it and not even know it. And it's, I have to get up at this time in the morning so I can get this morning routine done and I can get my kids ready and I can get off to work and then I can rush into work and throw things down and be ready to jump into the first meeting and go to the next thing. Oh, and then I have a lunch meeting and then I need to finish the afternoon and pick up my kids and they have to go to t-ball practice or they have to go to football practice or they have cello lessons or all of these things, and then you finally roll in the house between 7:15 and 7:45 and you've got to get dinner on the table and you immediately have to finish that while the kids are doing their homework. Get them bathed, put them to bed, take 5 minutes for yourself to catch up on Netflix, and get up and do it all over the next day the same way. And I don't think, actually it's not I don't think, I know, this was not the plan. This was not the intention God had for us in the garden or after the garden. And it's just interesting to me that the last 15 years, 20 years, pretty much since, on some level, since the internet has come of age, as we like to say, it's okay, well, you can work your 8 to 5, 9 to 6, and then stay up and work your side hustle because it's fun and you want to do it and you want to make extra money, and that's all fine and good. But then the next thing you know, you're 63, 66, and you have worked yourself into oblivion, and yeah, you might have something to show for it, but you also have all the anxiety and all the stress and all the concerns that were never meant to be yours in the first place. And I know I'm gonna say, well, we've got the verses that say, cast all your cares on the Lord, and verses like, my yoke is easy. These are great, and I get it. But there's another one that just jumps out at me, and it's in Psalm 94, verse 19. And there are multiple amazing translations of this verse. The one that I'm looking at says, when I am filled with cares, your comfort brings me joy. Another one says, when my anxieties overwhelm me, your comfort is my delight. And I think I'm kind of looking beyond, okay, I'm stressed out and I have to get up early and I have to do this and I have to do that. Okay, well, Christ says my yoke is easy and my burden's light. Okay, wonderful. Yes, I agree. And at the same time, I kind of even want to move away from this idea of burden and yoke, because even that feels heavy at this point. Remember when you were a child, little, and maybe you didn't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning? I know a lot of people did because their parents worked. But on Saturdays, maybe you slept in. The luxury of going to bed and sleeping until you wake up naturally on your own. And that's where I want to be. That's where I want to live. That's the lifestyle I think we have been called to. I think that is my burden is light. My yoke is easy. It's not stressful. It's not difficult. It's not, I have to hurry and go to sleep so I can hurry and get up. And I like that idea, but there's a difference in hustle culture and being stressed out all the time and waking up because you're excited to get to do the next thing the Lord has for you. That's a whole different paradigm. Going to bed, knowing you're going to wake up when you wake up, and no, not everyone has that luxury, but knowing that that's going to happen and you're excited to wake up, you can't wait to open your eyes because you know God has something amazing planned for you, and you look forward to the next day instead of, I have to hurry and go to sleep because I'm only going to get 6 hours of rest and I have to get up and I have that meeting. It changes. And the closer we are, the closer we walk to the Lord. And when I say the closer we walk to the Lord, I don't mean on your knees praying 8 hours a day. I mean listening, really, truly listening and opening your eyes in the morning and saying, hey, Lord, what's up? What are we doing today? Where are we going? What's going to happen today? What plans have you got for me? That kind of close relationship where it's not okay, I have to pray, I have to work that in, I've got to find time to do this Bible study thing in my quiet time, and oh my gosh. And it becomes relational instead of contractual. That's a hard word for me to say. That's where we change our mindset, we change our outlook, and we go from hustle culture and unrealistic expectations to maybe something that I almost hesitate to say, living what would be called a charmed life with grace and ease and contentment and peace. I think that's where I want to be. I think that's how I want to live, and I don't think I'm there. And I don't know that I'll ever get there, but I'm not going to give up. And I'm going to keep going back to the Lord saying, okay, what's next? What can I be excited about? And what are we doing?